App permission requests are an important aspect of the overall mobile app experience. Design them well, and you'll garner trust for your app and your company. But poorly designed permission requests can erode trust, lead to bad reviews, and push users to competitors. I want to highlight 3 different areas where you should focus your research and design: content, timing, and designing for decision reversal. The content you have in your permission is really important. Regardless of whether you're designing for Android or iOS, when you ask for a permission, say why you need it, and make sure you're communicating to users the benefits. Users perform a mental cost-benefit analysis over handing over their data. If they think they're not going to benefit, or that you really don't need it, they're not going to allow you access. This is very important if you're asking for a resource that maybe your users aren't expecting. When explaining why you need a resource, don't use vague phrases like "to personalize the service" or "to improve the user experience." These are meaningless to users, and they won't see the benefit. Users appreciate honest and transparent messaging, and being clear about what you're accessing and why shows users that you care about their privacy. The second aspect is timing for when these permissions occur. Most users expect to see some permission requests the first time they launch your app, so do ask for the critical permissions up front. But avoid the scattergun effect, where you ask for all the permissions up front without providing value to the user first. For those non-critical permissions, expose those as and when the user interacts with the relevant features of your app. So for example, ask for access to the user's camera as and when the user tries to take a photo of something to upload to the app. Lastly, avoid interrupting a user's task. For example, if the user is in the middle of completing a cash payment to a friend, they shouldn't be interrupted by a request to access their location. Users have been conditioned to avoid pop-ups that seem unrelated, and so the automatic reaction will be to not allow. Design for decision reversal. So don't assume your users will say yes straight away. So you should design for users who might change their mind. If your users decline a permission to start off with, and then later they want to use that functionality, instead of showing them an error, remind them of their decision and show them how they can grant the permission. Some users struggle to find the permissions in their settings, so providing them with a link to the right place will be a welcome help. Make sure you test your permission content with users. You'll quickly understand whether your users think your requests are expected and reasonable. You should also test the timeliness of the requests as the user downloads and uses the app for the first time. Lastly, don't forget to design and test the exception cases. Recruit your more privacy fundamentalist users and test the exception route to understand whether your users can easily change their permissions later, so they can make use of the functionality you designed and built.